Welcome back to Happening Now in America. The mystery of how Gene Hackman, his wife, and his dog died is still a mystery. Investigators just held a press conference moments ago, and they say there are no signs they died from carbon monoxide poisoning. Scripps News national correspondent Alex Miller is live in New York for us. And Alex, what else are investigators saying at this hour?
Well, they don't have a lot of information at this point, as you mentioned. No signs of carbon monoxide poisoning. They said they had the house tested before officers were really allowed to go in and conduct their investigation. But one of the things that they talked about was this timeline. They're trying to figure out exactly when both of these people passed away. One indicator they have right now is the fact that Gene Hackman had a pacemaker on, and the last time it was really used was February 17th. They were not discovered until February 26th, and that's when maintenance people basically went to their house. They were not answering the door, so they contacted the security for the entire neighborhood. They performed a welfare check and saw each of them lying on the ground. That's when they called police, and they responded on the afternoon of February 26th, which was Wednesday. And yet they believe that there's a possibility that at least Gene Hackman could have been dead since February 17th. They say they took a few things from the house, specifically 2 pill bottles, which they would not tell us who they belonged to or even what kind of medication was inside of those pill bottles. They took a 2025 planner, they took medical records, and 2 cell phones. They have not been able to break into those cell phones yet. They're not sure if they're password protected, according to the sheriff. It just hasn't, they haven't gotten to it in that part of the investigation yet. They also took a bottle of Tylenol. So there were a lot of questions during this press conference about whether this medication was involved. They really stopped short of saying whether that was the case. Remember, they also found 1 dog that had died, as well as 2 dogs who were alive. They said animal control was called to take care of the 2 living dogs. There's no signs of foul play, though, which begs the question exactly what happened to the dog and both of these people. Now, the autopsy so far is inconclusive. They say they've sent out toxicology. They've sent out more information to toxicology, and they're waiting for those reports to be sent back. Those are pending. The manner of death, the cause of death, both of those have still yet to be determined. They don't know a lot. They don't know who died first. They don't know the timeline of this. There was no surveillance on the interior or exterior of this home, so they haven't been able to see exactly who came and went specifically into this home. But it was a gated community, so that's also something that they said they're looking at. Who came into this neighborhood? Did anyone come into this neighborhood between the 17th and the 26th to see this couple? But right now, there seems to still be a lot more questions than answers, because they have not figured out what day they lost contact with people, when these people died, and how they died.
All right, Scripps News national correspondent Alex Miller with us. So many questions remain, so we appreciate you staying on the story for us. Thank you, Alex.